Hey everyone, CrimsonMune here, and I have with me one of my most anticipated new Gfuel flavors of the year, Maiden's Blood. Maiden's Blood is inspired by Resident Evil VIII Village, and more specifically, it's inspired by none other than Lady Dimitrescu herself. Lady Dimitrescu is the main villain of Resident Evil Village, but this tall lady garnered a slightly different reaction than fear. Resident Evil Village has received a great response, and while I haven't played through the entire game myself, I've watched a lot of streams, and we also played through the full demo on the channel leading up to release. But as good as Resident Evil Village is, I've been much more excited about Gfuel's Maiden's Blood flavor. Gfuel describes Maiden's Blood as a devilishly tantalizing, eviscerated melon-infused flavor. And by eviscerated melon, they mean that it's a blend of lychee, watermelon, and pear. Gfuel already has all three of these individual flavors, and they're actually some of my favorite flavors. Lychee is most likely the original mystery flavor, watermelon is watermelon, and then there's golden apple pear, which in my opinion is one of the best, most underrated flavors that Gfuel has. You blend all three of those together, lychee, watermelon, and pear, and I expect that this is gonna be one of my favorite Gfuel flavors. Gfuel released this new Maiden's Blood flavor in a couple different ways, as a collector's box with a normal sized tub and shaker, as a standalone tub, and then also as a tall bundle in honor of the tall Lady D. So while the collector's box of course had a box, this Lady D bundle just came with these three separate items. So we'll take a look at each of these items in the bundle, and then of course we'll open up this tall tub and give Maiden's Blood a taste. So first, let's take a look at the Lady D shaker. This tall shaker is a 24-ounce shaker, which is 8 ounces or 50% bigger than the regular 16-ounce Gfuel shakers. The body is an opaque, soft black color, and the front features none other than Lady Dimitrescu herself. And the other side, of course, features the Gfuel logo with a kind of pale yellow color from the Resident Evil Village palette. The lid and cap are the same kind of soft black and pale yellow color, and the insert is that pale yellow as well. The only other tall Gfuel shaker that I have is the old Dr. Disrespect shaker, so I'm really glad to add another one to my collection. Next, we have the tall Maiden's Blood tub. This tall Maiden's Blood tub is 50% bigger with 60 servings as opposed to the usual 40 servings, and is the tallest tub that Gfuel has ever put out. This Maiden's Blood tub again features the classic picture of Lady Dimitrescu. And then finally, this bundle came with its own special long scoop, which is actually really great so that you can actually reach down into this really tall 60 serving tub. So very smart, and for once we don't have to worry about trying to dig around in the tub for the scoop. So that's the tall Maiden's Blood bundle with its Lady D shaker, the Maiden's Blood tub, and the long scoop. So now we're finally going to open up Maiden's Blood, give it a taste, and rate it on a scale of 1 to 5 moons. As usual, we're gonna put it in the winter white shaker so that we can get a really clear look at the color of the Maiden's Blood flavor. Use our long scoop. You know, as I'm scooping, I'm realizing that this tall scoop is probably also a higher volume, 150% volume of the usual scoop, to give the right proportion of powder to water for the tall 24-ounce shaker. So I'm going to pour a little bit out since we're just using the 16-ounce shaker right here. Just from pouring in the powder and kind of opening up the tub, the watermelon scent is coming through very strong. So the color of the Maiden's Blood flavor is an opaque, bright, pinkish red color. Yes, like blood, but also kind of like the watermelon color. All right, time to give it a taste. Cheers. Okay, that is really good. Of the three elements of the Maiden's Blood flavor, lychee, watermelon, and pear, watermelon comes through the strongest on the front. It's kind of the main flavor that I smelled as I put the powder in, and the main flavor that I tasted as I drank it. The aftertaste, I would say, is actually more of that pear flavor. It gets a little bit of that tartness to it, and the pear is what kind of lingers. So on the front, it tastes like kind of a sweeter watermelon cool Kool-Aid type of flavor. It actually reminds me a bit of XQC's The Juice flavor that came out not too long ago. But then on the back, you get more of that pear, more muted, tart type of flavor. I definitely feel like the lychee flavor's in there, but of the 3 flavors, I think that lychee is probably the weakest element of this blend. Overall, I give the Maiden's Blood Gfuel flavor a 4 out of 5 moons. I usually try to reserve the 5 moon tier for flavors that are just very, very unique from all of the other Gfuel flavors. And obviously, Maiden's Blood kind of has overlap with various other Gfuel flavors that have already been released. So it's not as unique in that sense, and that's what kind of keeps it from being a 5 moon flavor, in my opinion. But this is a great flavor. I'm really happy with my tall shaker, and this tall tub, all 60 servings, I'm gonna drink them. Don't worry. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts and reactions to the new Maiden's Blood flavor in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see others like it in the future, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy your Gfuel.